Hi everybody. Today I am working on a candy cane wreath door hanger thing for Christmas. It is currently March 24th. So yeah, I'm gonna be ready in time. Not that I'm never not ready, but this is a Dollar Tree wreath form and you're like, hey, what's wrong with it? It's wrapped with some fabric right now because I had another idea. And I was like, can I use fabric? And it turns out I could. But that's not the one I'm doing right now because this is not the fabric I want to use. Although it's cute. I am going to be using the crappy garland from Dollar Tree. It's the 15 feet, the dollar, obviously, because it's from Dollar Tree. And, wait, where? Oh, it's all over the place. Hold on, y'all. What is going on? Is I pulling from the wrong end? Oh no. Okay. This one. I mean, what else are you supposed to do with this? Like, look at that picture. There is no way that's the same garland on this picture. Look how thick and lush and full it is. Not a chance. So, I am going to attach this, and you're thinking, like, what are you doing, Adam? That's going to look terrible no matter what you do. Trust me, okay? Beverly, sit down. Go find Karen and sit down. So I saw this on, what is her name? Crazy Maisie Creations. I'm going to link her channel either up there or down there or somewhere. And she used like 1.5 of these. I only have one, so like my good friend Tim Gunn said, we're going to make it work. I don't know if that's exactly what he said, but you know. So as with all things good and pure in the world, I'm going to start with a cable tie. Okay, I don't even know if that's going to do anything because it's pretty tight on there, but I'm also going to take, can we see? Yeah, we can see. Take a little bit of glue, and I just have like a 1/4 inch of this. I'm going to fold over and, oh, I wish I knew where my little clamp, oh, here it is. Fold that over. Stick a clamp on it. So we're going to wrap this all the way around. It's not going to be enough. I already tried. But it's going to be a base. Like, it's not going to give you a solid wrap. You can still kind of see some of the frame through it. But luckily, after my whole mystery box bonanza of 2018, I have enough Christmas greenery to wait, I'm like, wait, I have to think to put this on. Enough Christmas greenery to decorate the world. To do 1,000 wreaths, probably. Not 1,000, I wish. I'm gonna be so bad. I'm gonna be so upset when that giant box of greenery is gone. My mom tried to get me to throw it away. You crazy lady. You must be a crazy lady. Alright, so I just got this down here. I'm gonna flip that up too. Alright. And while I'm here, this is not attached. Right here, can you see? That's not attached, so I'm gonna put some glue on it, which probably won't hold, but let's be optimistic, because in these uncertain times, in the current situation, we have to be optimistic. Alright, so now we can actually get started once I scratch myself incessantly for a moment. Does that mean I'm getting money? Does that mean somebody wants to kiss me? What is it? My ears are ringing, somebody's talking about me, my hand is itching and I'm gonna get money and... What is the kiss you want? I don't know. Nobody's gonna kiss me, so we're safe. Alright, so cable tie, across cable tie, a little bit of glue. I just pushed the cable ties to the back. You can't really see them. You can kind of see them. I'm not worrying about it. So what I'm going to do is just get this wrapped around here. And I'm kind of pulling tight, but not so tight that I'm going to bend the frame. Alright, how are we doing? Pretty good. So I shaved my head yesterday. I don't know why. I mean, I know why. I was just like, I need a haircut. I'm not paying to get my hair cut, and also I can't go out and get my hair cut right now. So I went to go take a shower, and before I got a shower I was like, I should shave. So I shaved my face, and then I just kept going. And let me tell you, that little bit of hair I had, I am freezing. That's what I'm getting at. I am frozen. It is so cold, and it's not cold outside, and it's not particularly cold in my house. It is just like crazy. I'm gonna put another zip tie right here because it was gonna start going down. I didn't want it to pull anymore that way. Yeah, I told my mom, I was like, it is so cold. She's like, turn up the heater. I was like, no, it's not cold in here. It's just my head is freezing. So I was wearing a hat, but it's too warm to wear a damn hat. So I took that off, and then I was like, okay, well, that's freezing again. And then I put a turban on, because I wear a turban pretty often. And then I was like, okay, this is too tight. And then I put a bandana on, and I was like, okay, I guess this is just right. And I need to find something to sleep with, because I had to like get up and turn, like I have a, you know, it's like a standing fan. Okay, why did this work this time? Not a standing fan, you know, like a box fan, but it's not a box fan. Alright, we're just gonna get this on here and I guess not question why it worked. I mean, there's still a little bit of space, but like ideally it would all look like this, I think. Like you can see kind of the frame right here, but well, let's not worry about that. Let's just put, you know, 1,000 more zip ties on here. Just this one. Is it on there? Yeah. So nothing really happened today because I did not go anywhere, and I am going, not like stir crazy, I'm just like, oh, what I wouldn't give to just like, I wanted to go to Big Lots. I was like, I could go to Big Lots, and I was like, no, you can't go to Big Lots. Because we don't want to end up like Italy. So I want to like go to Big Lots. I want to go just walk around Walmart, like not go in there and run to get Powerade and run out, holding my breath the whole time. You know what? We all have to make sacrifices, and me not being able to go to Walmart is not the end of the world. Unless, of course, it ends up being the end of the world. In which case, Ow, I burned my finger, y'all. Ew. I also want to hang out with my sister. Haven't seen her since last Tuesday, maybe? Wednesday? I might have picked her up and we went to like, you know, to go get stuff at like a small store. Which I still don't know if that's better than big stores, but whatever. Alright, now I'm just going to kind of pinch this in to tighten it up across the front. I'm pinching the garland down, not the frame. They're flimsy enough already. Okay. Now we have this. And that's interesting. What color bow do y'all think we should do? I'm trying to see what's in front of me because I don't want to have to go looking for anything. I see red. I see buffalo check. I see snowflakes on burlap. Hold on, everybody. I'm still here. I see reindeers. Do reindeers and burlap go together? Is that a thing? Can I make that a thing? Okay, everything fell. Reindeers and burlap and whiskers on kittens. That, and... I turned the heater on because I was so cold, and now I'm like, oh my god, it's so hot in here. No? I don't know. This I need to save for like the top loop of the bow because that's all it's going to be good for. I have some more. I'm trying to, oh, there we go. My ribbon rack is like right here at my feet. Not at my feet, it's like on my side, and it's super handy for just pulling ribbon up, but it's hard to get to. Alright, so let's do this in the back, this kind of sweater print deal in the middle, and then this on top. What do we think? This is slightly smaller, not by much, but slightly. So I'm going to move him out of here. You go over there, my friend. You're my friend. And let's check this because I emptied my garbage can. Oh no, the stuff fell on the ground. Okay, oh my god, the glitter on this. Freaking Saint's Wreath was going to be the death of me. Okay. So, what do we... oh, you know, I got my hammer and I still haven't hammered these things in yet. But I don't think they're supposed to be in, because if they were in really good, like, they wouldn't bend. You know what I mean? Don't just say you know what I mean. Like, just you actually know what I mean. Alright. So, let's get it out of the way. 7-inch tails. And let's do 8-inch tails, 5-inch loops, going to 4.5 to 4. That's good? Okay. So yes, I would like to get out of the house, but I can't. I don't need anything right now. I think the first thing I'm going to run out of is patience. No. The first thing I'm probably going to run out of is snacks, which I don't need. I bought a box of granola bars, and I'm telling you guys, having a granola bar, like when you're like, oh man, I don't have anything to eat in the house, and you're like, wait a minute, I have a 24-pack of Great Value brand granola bars. That's when you know you're alive. Like, that's living. When you're a grown adult and you can buy your own granola bars. Next, I'm doing 6 loops total for this. Might be a bit big for that candy cane, but go big or go home. Okay, and we said 8, right? Oh, yeah, you said 8. You're so handsome. Oh my god, you guys, stop. Seriously, you're embarrassing me. I'm not that handsome. I'm just really good looking. Alright. See, We want her to be a nice big fluffy bow. This is 18 feet, which is 6 yards. And I feel like if I do this, if I do it like this and then I turn it like this, now if I go in, flip it, wait, let me show you what I'm trying to say. 8 inches are the, yeah, they're going to be upside down. Gosh darn it. Alright. I was hoping I would never have to show you guys this, but here we are. When you have a directional ribbon like this, like the trees obviously go up, the snowmen, the reindeer people, they go up. I'm going to measure out my tail and I'm going to pinch. Okay? And then we decided on 6-inch loops again. Yeah, I think I'm going to do 6-inch and then do 5 with the other one. So I'm pulling out my ribbon and I'm going to measure. You can use a ruler, you know, like your mat or whatever. This is my 6-inch loop. Without twisting, without doing anything, pull this down. You're going to come back like this, pinch in the middle. I'm using this to measure and pull out a 6-inch loop. Keep that pinched, come back around, don't twist. Use this loop to gauge the next one. Pull this, don't twist. Use it to measure against the last one. To the back. Don't twist. Around the back. Don't twist. And then this all goes in there. And you should have, well, those are a little less than 6, but we're going to take it. And that's how you do that. It's also how, if you can't handle the twisting, you would make a regular bow. That, to me, that makes me not want to buy directional ribbon, because it's just like measure it and then twist it and go in here and go in there. And but yeah, I'm glad I could show you guys that. So see, now all of everybody's upright. 6. Oh, the mark of the beast, the mark of the reindeer. This one is a little long. And the last one is going to be our farmhouse stripe, which I think I'll do, let's do 8 inches again, but it needs to start from this way. Because we ended this way, so we're going to start from this way. Let's do 8 inches just for gigs. Put it in, twist it, down, down. And this one we're going to go with 5. So today, let me see what I did today. I woke up and I was super tired. But I got up and I think I did a voiceover because my landlord and my neighbor, everybody's home, so everybody's like, we need to be as loud as possible. Everybody was making noise. So I got up, had coffee, fixed me some eggs. Oh, I'm going to run out of ham first. That's what it's going to be. I only have a little bit of ham left. Oh, well, I can always go to the little deli around the corner from me to get ham. But, yeah. Did that. Then I checked on my mom to make sure everything was okay, and she said everything was fine at the Walmart. Then she said, are you coming up here? And I said, no. Are you crazy? No. Let's say giving away free houses. You're not going to Walmart again. Alright, so I did 5, 2 of each, and then a little not in the middle because y'all guys know I'd like to do that. So I talked to her and then I said, I'm really tired, I'm gonna go take a nap. So I got down to take a nap at 7:20. Because I get up too early. Especially, like, there's no reason to get up. Like, I can't go anywhere, so why am I getting up early? Like, usually I'll get up early and be like, I need to get to Walmart when it opens, so I don't have to deal with anybody. And I don't have to see anybody I went to high school with. But can't do that no more, so I fell back asleep for a while. And then I woke up and I was like, okay, feeling a little bit more alive. And I talked to my mom on her lunch break and she said everything was still okay and that it actually looked like there were less people in Walmart. Tell me if I got to grab a pipe cleaner. Why didn't you guys remind me? You knew I was up before. Okay, so we just don't have pipe cleaners in here? What happened to all of them? Anyway, she said it looked like people were not in Walmart as much. She said there were still people in there. There were still idiots walking around shopping. And when I say that, I don't mean like people grocery shopping, because clearly you need food. But I'm like people, you know, oh, let's go see what kind of new clothes they got. Let's go look at the pots and pans. Let's let our snot-nosed kids run all over the place and get Adam's mom sick, and he's going to have to come to our houses and bust our asses wide open. Oh, I'm not going to cut that. We don't cut till we fluff. So I talked to my mom, and then I called my friend Michelle, and she didn't answer, and I left her a very strongly worded voicemail because you're stuck at home in quarantine. Why aren't you answering your damn phone when I call? But it turns out she was busy doing schoolwork with her hellspawn. So I called. These are two completely different sizes. Okay, nope. Nope. Pull this one out some now. This one's short, so. Okay. Just tug, you guys. Nothing in this world that can't be solved by tugging. Boat failures, ribbon failures. Those are the only two things that can be solved by tugging. I'm sorry. So, called her back to find out how at-home school was going, and they seem to be doing okay with it. Her oldest is 10 or 11, and she already did some stuff with the online learning thing. Like, it was already set up in Texas. She's in Texas. And, like, I don't know if ours is set up yet, because I don't think we had... Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with our kids learning here. And even though we did this by hand, it's still the same thing. So I talked to her. She said school was going as well as could be expected because her kids are total monsters. Oh, those are my words, not hers. But they're total monsters. And we talked about the state of the world for a while. The current events. No, what did I say? The current situation. And we have an order in right now where if you leave your house, you have to be going to either the doctor, the pharmacy, or the grocery store. So my mom was like, make sure that if you get stopped, because they're stopping people, which I think that's great. Stop everybody who's got a Hobby Lobby bag in that trunk and arrest them. So Michelle was telling me that in, like, Dallas County, I don't know how counties work because that's weird to me. I live in a parish, but I guess it's the same thing. Like, Dallas County was, you know, they said close all non-essential stuff, and then her county that she lives in said close all essential stuff, but you know, only if y'all want to. So they didn't have to like enforce anything, you know. So it's like, oh well, you know, we want people to stop dying, but like, if you want to keep your Hobby Lobby open, like that's fine. I don't know why we kept talking about Hobby Lobby. I was like, is it only Hobby Lobby that's still open? But that makes sense that they would be the only ones that are still open. Okay. Now we come back here. And her down. Yeah, after that, I had some pizza for lunch, which I burnt a little bit because I didn't realize my toaster oven was still on toast instead of bake, but whatever, it was fine. I ate it anyway. And I finished the Saints Wreath, which you guys have seen months ago at this point, and I took pictures, and I edited another video, and then I edited the sound file for the Saints video, which took 20 minutes to open each file, so that was 40 minutes. This bow is huge. I want it to kind of be just above here, maybe lower. I'm gonna feel wherever there's a brace right here. It took forever. Running the filters on it took like 40 minutes. Took like 40 minutes to save after that. And there is like a cricket noise in the back, and I don't know what it is, and I was just like, I'm so tired of work. Can you even tell that's a... Let's just say you can. Alright, and this is one of the times where you can pull all the way down if you want to. Tuck that back. Wow, that's, Wait, are these 5-inch loops or were they 6-inch loops? Look what I did, y'all. I'm so dumb. I did 5-inch loops and then I did 6-inch loops on top of it. Oh. Did y'all see me doing that and not say anything? Look how dumb this bow looks now. You can't even tell it's a candy cane. You think no, I guess I can't pull. I guess I can't shorten each loop. Can I? I can shorten this one. Should we try to do this? And then I can... What am I shortening over here? I can shorten... Alright, I'm gonna stop this here and fix this disaster. And when I come back, we will finish this up. Alright, everybody, I am back. Looking for the dog. I don't know where he is. Business! Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry I disturbed you. You're looking at this and you're like, what is this mess all over the table now? This is, I think it was supposed to be a garland. I'm not entirely sure. This is how my friend Michelle gave it to me. It is the length of a garland, but it's, let's see, the tag's still on it. $40 garland. Okay. First of all, that's a ridiculous price. And I don't know what happened to this section over here. It's just like nothing's there. So, I am going to, how am I going to do this? These are cable tied here, so Alright, so here's one piece, I think. And then these are cabled. Well, is this supposed to like go over a door? Maybe? What do you guys think? Or is there just a piece missing there for some reason? Oh, do you think these two I could do this something with. Look at this. I could do something with this. These are like the tiniest zip ties that this was tied on here. So if there was something in the middle, not surprised it fell off. Alright, this, over here. Hi, baby. Alright, so I have these two pieces, which maybe to go over door. I don't know. I'm gonna cut these up or tear them. Yeah, I think I'm gonna tear them because you cut this too low, all that's gonna unravel and you are not gonna have a good time. I think these acorns, those pine cones are too big for the candy cane, but ow, I am scratching the hell out of myself. So it is like 9 o'clock. I was laying in bed, minding my own business, and I started to feel anxious. And I said, let me get out of bed and go do something to occupy myself. Of course, all this is not any less stressful, but, you know. I just took my dog out, and I know I've mentioned before, like, my fear of nighttime, which is not, I'm not afraid of the dark. Love the dark. I just don't like nighttime because everything shuts down, and my mom's sleeping, and we always hear about bad stuff happening at night. You never hear like family robbed in the middle of the day while they were home. It's always at night. So I took him out and he's just taking his sweet time walking around the yard, and I'm like, no, we have got to hustle and we have got to get back inside because I don't like it. But he took his sweet time, barked at nothing for a little while. Don't even know if he did anything, but at least he spent some time barking at things that weren't there. I have to go out with him at night with a flashlight because the other day, in the middle of the day, I have him outside and I look over, like at the corner of my eye, and I'm like, oh god, that's a huge cat next door. I have an empty lot next to my house, and I was like, that's a huge cat in that lot. And then, oh my goodness, really? Then I like get a closer look, and it's a giant possum, which, not too alarming down here, but why are you out in the middle of the day, Mr. Possum? Shouldn't you be home sleeping? Go home. So now I'm like, that huge possum is gonna come back, bite my dog, give him rabies. But I usually always go out there with a flashlight anyway, just because he's little, he's black, and you can't see him in the dark. Ow! Oh, good lord. Okay. Now that I have no skin left on my fingers, this is a pic from Walmart. And this is a pic from Walmart. So you guys find yourself like more productive at night or during the day? I want to be productive during the day, but it's usually, you know, because I get up too early, I go back to sleep, I wake up again, I do like computer stuff, like stuff for the channel and that kind of stuff, and then it's usually not until like 3 o'clock when I'm finally like, alright, let's do something. But lately, with all this apocalypse going on, this is like the second night in a row where I've gotten in bed and been like, alright, I'm done for the day. Nice relaxing time, and then that lasts for an hour or so, and then I'm like, nope, I gotta get up because I am gonna freak out. And I'm kind of organizing my stuff. I have another bush of those if I need them. I'm gonna put these together because I don't want to do too much of this because it's like glittery. We're mostly gonna use that. So this is my bow. It went through it, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I had to clip it apart and then jam it back in the bow maker just so I could get another tie on it, and I added that buffalo check ribbon, which did not work. Had to pull that out. Put another pipe cleaner on. I still don't know if it's in the right position, but yeah, I mean, listen, when it comes to designing stuff, you could fiddle with it until it's put in a box and it's going out the door, you know? So these tails of my loops, I'm going to move these up, and I'm just going to move these maybe back for now. Oh, if I had my clip. If I had my gosh darn clip. Alright, just stay there. See, it's got wire in it. Wired ribbon. That's why you need to use wired ribbon. I think I'm going to start with one of these big pieces. Come here, Mr. Glue Pot. Oh, you're not completely heated up yet, huh? Okay, forward with that. I am just putting these in here, and they're going to touch like all of this stuff. So it should be fine, I think. Let me do another one here. I'm trying to save the shorter pieces because I'm going to need that to maintain the shape of the curve. I think I'm going to put a small piece right here. You know, I had one. Was it this one? Sure. Thankfully, this was $40. And you know what's sad is that somebody paid $40 for it. It wasn't me. But somebody was like, oh, I love that. You love it? And they were like, yeah, Karen, I love it. Let's get it. And I'm cutting these bits off because this is just like all glue and gunk. No, I love my little glue pot, but I'm already tired of how many times I have to refill it while I'm working. Still better than a glue gun for things like this, but you know, so see, now we have, instead of this, we have this. And you can't see through it because, you know, we got this base, we're using this as a base. Do you guys take vacations? I mean, I'm assuming most people do. Can I just tell you, since we're sitting here being honest while I'm trying to resist the urge to go into the kitchen and literally chew a Valium whole, like vacations, there is nothing I can think of that causes me more stress. Okay, perhaps the current situation, Hi Christmas, it's March, just in case you're skipping around in the video. Nothing that causes me more, like, I think there's nothing more stressful than if someone approached me and, like, if I didn't know what a vacation was and someone approached me and they were like, hey, let's leave your house and your comfortable bed and all the things that make you comfortable and all the things you like, and let's get on a mode of transportation that is notoriously uncomfortable, and let's go someplace you've never been where you don't know anybody, and that'll be fun. And I'd be like, what the hell? Are you crazy? That sounds like a living hell to me. No, I'd be like, how about we save the money and I stay here and you go home. Whoever you are that's telling me about this ridiculous concept called a vacation. And I mean, like, even when I was a kid, like, you know, my parents would be like, oh, we're gonna go to Disney World again this summer. And I'd be like, oh, cool. We just did that like 3 years ago, but alright. Like, I'm not the one who was, like, excited about that. I was like, Disney World is so freaking hot. Anybody else like that? Like, wouldn't you just rather stay home? Like, if you had extra money, would you go on a vacation or would you stay home and buy something for yourself? I think we know what I would do. But what would you do? Do you like vacations? Am I just, like, missing something? Is it because, like, I'm who I am? Like, because I'm, like, anxious, and the further away from home I feel like the less comfortable I would be. Like, even if I went with, like, my mom and my best friend, like, it was, like, people I trusted who I knew could get me through anything that might happen, I'd still be like, no, probably not. The last vacation I went on... Okay, no, let's not say the last vacation, because that was not the last 2 vacations I went on were not vacations. The last big vacation I went on, or big out-of-town trip, was to go to Denver when I was in high school, because I wanted to go there for college. That's all I wanted. That was my plan for as long as I can remember. It was graduate high school, go to Denver. I'd never been to Denver. I'd never been to Colorado. I just wanted to get away from the heat. And I was like, Denver! That sounds nice. Snow. So I got in touch with the college and I was like, hey, I'm interested in, attending. And they were like, oh, well, are you good enough for us? And I was like, sweetie, yes. Trust me. I'm good enough for you. So, me and my mom, the week of my Thanksgiving break from school, we get on a plane. We take the worst flight ever to Denver, where we rent a car. Strange city. Mom's not the best driver. Well, she's a fine driver. She doesn't like going where she doesn't know. You don't have a phone in this period of history that can just tell you where to go. So it was bad, and it was freezing. It was so cold. It was like... My mom was like, I can't believe you would want to come here. She's like, you're not going to come here. It's too cold. And I was like, I'm coming here, Mom. That's it. We're done. We're not even talking about it. This is just a formality. But, like, I had pretty much already decided as soon as we got to the hotel. We left on a Friday. We got to the hotel. And then that Saturday, we were walking around the school. And, like, I walked maybe, I don't know, like half a mile. And I was like, this is not for me. I could not breathe. I was just like, how do people stay alive here? Why isn't there any oxygen? What's going on? And he's like, the guy, his name, okay. The guy who gave us our tour, his name was Hyman, and I still giggle occasionally about that today. I said, hi, I'm Hyman, I'm your tour. My mom said, what's your name? And I was like, Mom, don't make it weird. She's like, it's already freaking weird. His name's Simon. But now, you know, I know that's a common name. It's like we're going on the tour and I'm like, oh my god, I cannot breathe. I am not gonna make it back home. Terrible. So we do the tour. We try to get to this mall. And my mom's like driving around. She's like, it's like they said it was just down here. Like the people at the hotel were like, it's just, you know, it's just down there. We're driving for like 45 minutes. And then my mom's like, all right, it's right here. We pull up. It's literally next to the hotel we're staying in. But we've just been driving around Denver for like a half an hour because we can't find it. So we went and parked the car again and then walked over there. And at one point we went to the botanical gardens, which was weird because everything was frozen. And there was this big, like, plateaued area. Is it still looking like a candy cane, y'all? Yeah. It was like this big, you know, like, stacked up. Oh, tell me I used both of those on the bottom and I don't have any more. No, here's some. Stacked up beds that went up. It was like one terrace and another terrace and another terrace. And I was like, I'm going to go all the way to the top. And you can take my picture. My mom was like, okay. So I climb all the way to the top. And I get my picture taken. And then I go to jump, because it's only like 2 feet between each terrace. So I'm like, I can jump down. Well, I jump and I like stumble. And I twist my ankle. So that's like the end of the trip. And we go back to the hotel and my mom's like, so what do you think? And I was like, oh, you know, I really like it. I'm gonna have to see what happens if I get in, which I knew I was gonna get in. That wasn't like a thing, but I didn't want to tell her. Like, we came all this way and I can't breathe. Ma, help, I can't breathe. So that was like my last time I was out of town. And I'm fine with that. I mean, I've got the memories and the horrible ride home. On the plane ride home, the person in front of me's chair was broken. So they were reclined way far back, like into my face. And I was like, oh my god, what's going on? And the stewardess finally came around and she said, oh sir, I think your chair's broken. And he was like, what? And then he finally pulled his, you know, he stopped reclining and I was like, oh my god, thank you. I don't like flying. Not like, oh my god, I'm scared of flying, which perfectly valid. I don't think I could fly anymore because of my anxiety. But yeah, I don't like the experience. I don't like being crammed in a giant can with a bunch of people. The same recycled fart air for however long you're on there. But maybe I'm more of a first class person. That's probably what it is. I am just a first class person. I think the only place I would actually like want to go is New York. I want to go to New York, like, locally, and then Paris. I've always wanted to go to Paris, but that's a flight that definitely is not going to happen, and New York is a flight that is never going to happen, so, you know, that's, I mean, like, I don't know, like, I really want to go to New York, but I feel like, you know, when places are built up so much in your head, you're like, is it ever going to compare to what I have in my head? And also, I would just imagine that the stress of flying there and traveling there and all of that would make it a fun experience, no matter how much fun I had. And that's okay. I say that a lot. don't know if I say that to myself because like it really is okay, or I'm just trying to convince myself, oh, it's okay that you're like kind of crazy and you can't go to New York or Paris or Colorado. I'm going to try to cut this one apart. Well, I'm not going to try to. I am going to cut this one apart. I know I have more red berry somewhere that I could easily add to this, but let me see. Do we like the red? I feel like I need one up here somewhere. Y'all, this pot is so convenient. If you do any kind of floral work, get you a pot. It doesn't have to be this one, but anyway, go in there before you dry. Get in there. Okay, I'll hold you down. That's not scalding my fingers at all. Just so, like, everything goes so much quicker without me having to hold, you know, to put glue on something and then put it down. And because this is not, I mean, you can see it's not even, it's not like as liquidy as glue is because it doesn't get as hot as the glue gun. Look at this bow. This poor bow. It dries faster. Everything dries a little bit faster, which I like. I need to cut this off because I don't know what this is. Throw that down there. Let me see. Oh. Well, how you doing? I feel like that other red should either go here or I think it's gonna go here. Like in here, kind of. Maybe. We'll see. I might have to just go and get some extra berries out of that giant box that's blocking my front door, and it's definitely not a fire hazard. Okay. How is that looking? Pretty good. I still have a couple pieces of these, but I think I'm done with that. I'm now going to go around and like this down here. Can you see this? There's a little spot right there where the Dollar Tree garland is showing. I'm just gonna dippity-doo-dah that in. And if you're trying to make something look more expensive, the bigger variety of greens you use, like the different colors, different textures, that is going to help sell this illusion that you have made something very expensive and that you can charge the amount you're charging for it. Should I put another one of these? Oh, that one's all messed up. Like there's some space up here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put this one in there and then just bend it down so it's not adding any bulk. Cause see, all this right here is all the garland, and I want to kind of disguise that. I'm just gonna kind of bend that in. Yeah, that looks better. What do we think about like ornaments? Do we need that? I mean, it's not. Where are you going? You were going in the trash. You're all busted up, but where are you going? What's your journey? I have like 5 more of them. Why am I being so picky about where this one's going? I'm not gonna too close to the other one. Let you get down here. This is going to be fluffed out here. I feel like I am losing a little bit of that hook. But you can still see it, yeah, I mean, I guess. I guess if anybody asks what it is, I'll be like, it's a candy cane. Clearly. You get in there to cut this just changed it. I might have to, let me show y'all what I'm going to do. After I put this last piece in, right, no. Right here. Alright, see, this is sticking out and I can't really bend it in, so I'm going to take a piece of wire. This is, what is this? 26 gauge. And I use silver for stuff like this because it really just kind of disappears. You need a super long piece. The zipper. Can we see that? Yeah. I'm going to just come around like an inch down. Through, and then I'm going to come through the other side of the stem, push it through. Now, I have it like, see right here, can you see that? Probably not, because it's not supposed to be seen. I'm going to feed the wire through the Dollar Tree garland, and out back. There it is. I'm going to do the same with the other side. Here is it. This one needs to come up here because I'm not going to push that down and make it look smashed. See, this is how it is normally, but when I pull this tight, it's going to make it hug that curve. And then I'll flip it over, pull it pretty tight. Flip it, push it back in. Look at this. You can check for that too while you're back here. And this I'm going to give it a couple more go rounds so it's nice and secure. Then push this back. Uh-oh, no. I was like, did this come out? No, it was never in there. One of those side pieces, I think. Right? Isn't it? I don't know. Alright, so the last thing I'm going to do is add my little ice branch things. I think I want these just kind of coming up from the bow. I wish there was a way where you could be like explaining why you're putting stuff there, and I'm just like, no, it just goes here. Because like I can look at it and be like, that's obviously where it goes. And this one probably goes here. And if you're unsure, you don't have to grab glue and stick it in there. Stick it in there. Look at it, see what you think, see if it's doing it for you, and if it's not, don't glue it down, move it. Okay, it's just Wreath. I want something right here, but I don't know what. There's like a corner that's showing. and not quite. No, that's too big. Oh, here's a piece right here. And I'm just gonna stick this in this corner because there's a lot of the Dollar Tree garland showing right there. It's fine that it shows, but it's there to be a base because it's not very attractive. This poor bow. I have one of those crystals from the ice branch in my mouth. Gross. This farmhouse dry ribbon has been through it. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You pull this one down some, so this one can come over some. Come over. This wants to be on top, I think. Oh, that's why I wanted to be over there. Okay. I wish this had a little bit more. A little heavier wire in there. And I don't normally do this, but you are acting very squirrely and I don't like that, so I'm gluing you down. That's just what it's going to be. You could have behaved, you chose not to. You knew what this was from the beginning. And that's only because that's the, what is that, the top? The top tail? And it's burning my finger. That's okay. And because you can see that, I am going to, what am I going to do? Oh. Cut this thing off. What is going on with this? It's like twisted weird. You want to go up there? Is that the problem? Like, I'm a big fan of putting things where they need to be. And like if something feels like you're moving it where it doesn't want to be, move it. You know, put it where it's going to go so you don't have to fight with it. And gluing something in the middle like this is also going to help keep these poor traumatized loops where they should be. And the only reason I use a glue gun for that instead of the glue pot is because it was a, you know, I don't want glue seeping out all over the place. Alright, so do a little fine tuning, bending some things, fluffing some more things repeatedly until the end of time. Yeah, this wire, this ribbon does not have a very good wire in it. Or maybe the top ribbon just has too firm of a wire. Anyway, that is that. I don't know that I feel any less anxious, but at least this is done. And it looks pretty. Should the bow have gone up here? I feel like if I had put the bow up here, you would have lost the shape. And the whole point of this is that it's a shape. Is that better? What am I doing? I don't know, it's like the bow isn't sitting on here right because there's not a lot of space for it to grab onto. I might end up gluing that down if I think about it some more, I don't know. So now that this is done, I really want to troubleshoot this bow, but I feel like it's just going to frustrate me. You know what frustrates me is this just completely coming off. So glue pot it is. And hold down it is. So when you make one of these, if you make one of these, especially if you add a bunch of stuff to it, it is not going to hang straight. Unless, which I don't think I want it to hang straight. If you want it to hang straight, you're going to have to find where the balance point is, which may mean putting your hanger way over here or putting it way down here. Are you going to hold? Are you going to behave? Do you want another pine? Is that it? You want another pine cone? We can do that. If you need another pine cone to quit being such a pill, we can make that happen for you. That's one of our premier services. Hold on, y'all. Let me just fix this so the freaking thing will sit right. Okay, there you go. Oh, there. That's what you wanted. Stay there. You can't like put it here where you would normally put it, like at the top of the crook. Is that what it is? The curve, because this is gonna like swing that way, or it's gonna swing this way depending on where the weight is. I think more the weight is over here, so it'd probably swing down. So if it's swinging like this, you would have to move the hook over to get it to behave. So let's see. I don't know how good you guys are gonna be able to see this. Okay, if I hang it, get this stupid ribbon off of it. If I hang it right here from the middle, it hangs pretty straight. But if I move it over a little bit, like put the hook here, then it'll hang kind of on an angle. If I put it in the middle, it's going to hang like that, which surprises me, but I guess the weight is pretty balanced. But if I put it right here, it hangs a little bit this way, like this. It would be on the door like this. And if I moved it over here, it would be on the door like this. So I like it that. I don't like it straight. Even if it's, for the door or whatever. I kind of like it like this. So what I'm going to do, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm actually just going to put a zip tie on it. Because ideally I would be attaching this with, wait, is that where I want it? Right here. Ideally I would be attaching this with one of those garland ties. Oh crap, it fell on the floor. From Dollar Tree, but it's March, and I have some, I just don't know where they are. And I don't know that I want to go look for them. Oh good, and I flipped it over again, so the bow will be all screwed up. So here's like a little tie. That's how you would hang it. It's going to turn sideways some. Okay, the bow's not too bad. And these, I think they're measured like 21 inches long. So, it'll fit in like a 22 or 24 inch box if you needed to ship it somewhere. But yeah, here we go. Let me move all the other crap out of the way. I just cleaned this table, y'all. I swear this table was clean. So there it is. I'm gonna wait until tomorrow and go get some pictures outside in the sun. Oh let me show you how I refill my little glue pot here. See, there's still some in there, but it's down low. And it's easier to dip if it's fuller. And when you first put the glue in here, it takes, I'd say, about twice as long for this to melt. I think because it's like, it's not all up, it's not all like buried in the pot, so you have to wait for like the bottom parts to melt, for the top parts to come down. And I usually do about 3 big sticks at a time. But I think I really want a bigger one. I mean, this is great for like stuff like this, but once Christmas kicks into full gear next month, in April, I think I'm gonna want one that I have to refit. The depth of this is fine for me. I want one that holds a little bit more glue. So thank you for joining me. My back hurts now, so I am, I think, ready to go lay in bed and watch something. This was my problem at night, is that I can't find, like, I want to watch stuff, but then I'm like, why am I watching like a, you know, a movie that's got a bunch of action in it and makes me, not that action makes me anxious, but like, I need to watch a movie where I don't have to be concerned about something blowing up or somebody dying or a dog getting hurt or a dog developing like a limp. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Simmer down, business. Alright, y'all. Thanks for watching. Enjoy. I'm gonna link Crazy Maisie, I think that's the name, in the description or in an iCard or something. I don't know that this is her completely original idea, but I think she definitely was the one who was like, hey, let's use this Dollar Tree garland to cover it. So, yeah. Oh, and here's the back. Once it's all done, here's our hanger. And here's me signing off. Bye, guys.